Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the castle here at CCBC Essex. Aaron Thomas in the broadcast booth. Thanks for sticking with us as we worked out the technical difficulties and getting the sound working here, as you can hear my voice and the lovely sound of the fans here, as it's a rivalry matchup, as a beautiful pass down low for 2 points. And it's 4 unanswered points for the Knights to start this first quarter against the Owls, and the rivalry renewed between CCBC Essex and the Harford Community College Fighting Owls. Owls get the lid off the cookie jar. Looked like a 3, and it was. 2 was put up on the board there for a moment, but officially a 4-3 game, almost 2 minutes into the first quarter. Around the pick, hanging up amongst the trees and fighting for the miss. Empty-handed that time, but a great effort from Holmes. Into the painted area. Holmes may have got a piece of that ball. Forcing the turnover. Here come the Knights. In and out move. And now slowing it down. 3-pointer. Just a little long. Paige Smith, point guard extraordinaire for this Knights team. Ball handling, setting up the 3-point opportunity for Coach Sini's squad that time. And nice. Holmes allowing the ball carrier around with just a little bit of an edge, but then coming around the backside, poking it away. Almost a turnover. Owls will look to hold on. And they come off the glass. Knights running in transition. Holmes gets the defense on one side and starts the offense on the other, as it's an and one opportunity, finishing amongst the trees. And through the contact, Knights go back up by 3. Chance to make it a 3-point play at the line. And that was Guest, the sophomore from Newark, New Jersey, with the rebound and then the putback. No good at the line, as it will be a 6-3 game for a little longer as the Owls bring it up. Owls got that 3-pointer, nothing outside of that. There's a long 3. Off the side of the iron, and the Knights looking to go in transition once again. Smith gave it up, got it right back, and did a great job of keeping the ball above the defender. No chance to poke it away. Great offense. Almost 4 minutes into the quarter, 8-3. Knights enjoying an early lead, but trying to go on their first significant run. Just moments away from the transition opportunity there. It's an offensive rebound for the Owls. And 0 for 2 that time in their offensive zone. Oh, what a pass over the hands and off the glass for 2 points. The drive-through window open. Oh, the steal. Spinaroonie, and no call, but a pretty finish. And if style points counted for anything, the Knights have a couple on that one. The spin move into the defender. And into 2 points. And the dish on the other side, but coming up a quarter short. And double dribble. The one-man show finally comes to a close there. Gigi, sophomore from Life Center Academy in New Jersey. Previous college, Keene University. That was quite a one-man show there for a moment. Getting the basket and then the steal. setting up a teammate for a nice play as well. 12-3 the score on the big board now. The Knights enjoying a run right now. And it'll be a foul on the court. That'll be the second team foul for the Knights, so still a little ways away from the bonus. And a good inbounds play from the Owls that time. That may be the easiest one they get all day. Long three from downtown. Knights get the rebound. Owls get a piece of it, but possession stays right here. Knights were able to start that run, really controlling the rebounding game. Moving it around, Smith for three. Good play set up there. The initial drive and kick by Gigi Gamble. Hand in the cookie jar. Driving into the painted area and getting fouled and going to the line. Number 33, Adjula Kunjanen, picked up the assist in the offensive zone and then initially looked like she got a steal there for a moment. Got the hand on the biscuit, knocked it away from the Owls for a moment. Number 33, true freshman, doing a little bit of everything. And on both sides of the court. So this trip to the line stops the clock, gives the Owls a chance to cut into the lead a little bit, but it also gets them a little bit closer to the bonus, I'm sure. Being aggressive offensively and driving into the painted area, trying to force the issue was their game plan coming into this one. One for two from the line. Smith got it for a second, lost it for a moment, but was able to regain it. And it was indeed a little bit too much. Knights started it by going too fast and ended it the same way. 15-6 our score on the big board. Owls trying to maybe start a run of their own here. Full court press set up right now. Knights worked the Owls into a tough spot, but also bailed them out with a little foul. And now 4 fouls. Owls in a nice spot here, even though they're down early. Knights do finally get that turnover. The three, it's good. Back-to-back long balls from Paige Smith, sophomore from Hagerstown, Maryland. Transferred here from Frederick Community College. If you're following the Knights on Instagram and their other social media accounts, you've seen some players, Smith included, already getting some offers. I'm sure a big part of that, the Lawless Society Jamboree that the Knights started the season off with. So many players and so many coaches from all over the country joining us here at CCBC Essex for what was a great weekend of basketball. Another good weekend of basketball last weekend, of course, for the Knights as well, where they were able to start the regular season off officially. 100 points put up in their game on Sunday last week. And now 3 minutes into the first quarter, 18-6 is our score on the big board. Substitutions checking into the game for the Knights. 3 in the corner. The three taken by McGinley. And McGinley may have came in and sent out an invite to the block party there. Came in on the weak side, help defense, getting the three on the other side. And it's 0 for 2 to start coming off the bench. Got the nice block on the other side. And the Knights will get that foul. Came awfully close to getting the steal. Taisha Williams. Coach Cini does preach to his team to be aggressive defensively, jumping passing lanes and also looking to pickpocket players like we saw just a moment ago. It'll work out for him more times than not, but it's also a good way to end up in a situation like they're in right now. 5 fouls committed by the team with 2 minutes and 37 seconds left in the first quarter. So it is free throws from here on out for this Owls team, and that could be a chance for them to cut into the lead a little bit. 3 in the corner, the other side, and it's good this time. The Knights had watched the last 2 rim out. Regan Robinson, nothing but net that time. And that 3 from Robinson, a brief moment of happiness as the Knights, again, another foul on the other side, and the Owls a chance to get some of those points right back. Free throw game is going to be crucial for this Owls team. They've gotten to the line, but not converting on some of these chances, leaving the points on the court. And it's another 1 for 2 trip to the line that time. Knights so quick into their offensive zone. Moving it around. Trying to drive baseline, lost it, and it'll stay here. As quick as the Knights were into their offensive zone, it seemed like they were just as quick to move it around the three-point line. Passing the ball with ease right now. The bench unit is in, and they're trying to go on a run of their own to match the run that the starters went on. Again. Once again, this time with the offensive rebound. Said again a moment ago with the Knights making some solid passes out here. And oh, hanging up there with the scoop move, but coming up a quarter short. 0 for 3 that time in the offensive zone. Good job on the press attempt. Working the Owls into a tough spot, but they pass it out. And they shoot a toe off at the end of it all. That was a good press put on by the Knights. The Owls dribbled themselves into a tough spot. Looked like they had passed out for a moment. That biscuit just out of reach. Into the painted area, splitting the defense and finding the shooter in the corner again. The Knights come up empty-handed. And foul on the court, away from the ball on the rebound attempt. We'll give the Knights the setup under their basket with a play. 60 seconds left in the first. Another 3, and third time's the charm. 24-7 the score on the big board. Under a minute now to play in the first. And the Owls get that 3 right back. They're trading. Testing the baseline. Looking for the long 3 instead. The long 3 was just a little long. Owls getting the word from the coaching staff they can hold for the final shot. That is if the Knights don't force them into a turnover. You know that's what Coach Seeney's thinking about. Hanging up amongst the trees off the glass, no good, and the jump ball, where's possession arrow pointed? It's pointed towards the Owls. So the Owls, once again, even after missing that shot, they can hold for the final shot. A little first quarter buzzer beater. If they could find it, certainly would help their momentum going into the second. Knights get a piece of it. Not enough. Step back, 3. In and out. As close as it gets. Without touching the bottom, 24-10 is our score on the big board. The Knights in front by 14. And trading runs with different units. The starting unit getting some work done. The bench unit getting some work done. Who will get some work done in the second? Stick around with us and find out. Short break. We'll be back soon. Back to the action on the court. 24-10, Knights enjoying a sizable lead here to start the second. Oh, and one! An early one for the highlight reel. In and out, hanging amongst the trees and finishing through the contact. What a play. G.G. Gamble. Leaving them in the dust and bringing the fans up and out of their seats. What a start to the second quarter. And our first silent Jim moment. It's always a fun moment when they have a great play on the court. I get excited, and then the Jim goes silent. Gigi with the steal afterwards as she comes up empty-handed on the foul attempt. Knights offense starting hot. 4 points right out of the gate in the first 30 seconds, I should say. So we get the official scorecard in between quarters here, and I am really saddened to say that it was not an official invite to the block party sent out in the first quarter. No blocks in the game so far in the first quarter. I'm sure that'll change sooner than later with Coach Cini's team really getting after it defensively right now. Offensive rebound, kicks out for another three. There it is, and the run continues. It was a 14-point lead for the Knights when we started the quarter, and it's gotten a little bigger. 33-10 is our score on the big board. 2 minutes. That's all we've played so far in this second quarter. Knights bench is getting loud. Running out of time on the shot clock and missing everything on the shot attempt. And a hard foul sends the Knights to the court and to the line. Leading scorers for the Knights in the first quarter had 3 separate players with 7 points. Adela, Paige Smith, and Gigi all with 7 points, and all of those players adding to that here in the second quarter, as well as a timeout taken by Coach Cini. He wants to talk some strategy. He's got to be happy with what he's seen so far. The Knights almost adding 10 points to their lead. 9 unanswered points for the Knights to start this quarter. Off the iron as the Knights come back out onto the court after talking some strategy. Knights want to get that second rebounder in there before this second shot. And it's an 0 for 2 trip to the line that time for the Knights. A little potential Christmas came early moment for the Owls as they catch a little break. And then a break on the other side as the Knights had the steal and then lost it. And an easy 2 points on the other side. The Owls finally getting the lid off the cookie jar in this second quarter. And it's back-to-back empty trips in the offensive zone for Coach Cini's squad. Owls trying to go on their first run of the quarter. In and out. Great fight for the rebound. Owls grab it, and they walk with it. We have both colors of jerseys battling for that rebound down low. Smith picked up the dribble. Wants to get it back. Instead, it goes the other way, and it's off the front of the iron. Offensive rebound for the Knights. Smith gets it and buries it. 36-12. Step back baseline jumper, no good. Smith with the baseball pass up, but a little bit too high. And immediately letting her teammate know that one was my bad. Good veteran move there. Knights running the press. Owls passing their way out of it for a moment. 3 in the corner, off the iron. Owls with an offensive rebound. They have been rebounding much better here. Oh, my! No doubt about that one. That's an invite to the block party. Refreshments on the bench. My goodness. Guest said, be our guest. At the highlight party when we show that one later this year. My goodness, what a block. And what a momentum-building play on the defensive side of the ball for Coach Sini's squad. Owls still knocking at the door. They've got possession. Battle down low, flinging it up. And Guest pulls down the rebound after it all. Smith hanging up there. Osi-dosi. 2 points, please. Smith splits the defense, and you heard the smack of the skin afterwards. That's a heads-up foul. Stops the transition opportunity, and we are almost halfway through this second quarter, and the Knights are rolling in a big way. They started this quarter with 9 straight points, and they have not looked back since. The Owls found a way to stop the bleeding, but it was just for a moment. No press that time up the court for the Knights, but they do get caught with a hand in the cookie jar. Holmes picks up the foul. Dribble handoff behind the line. And a nice offensive move to get that shot off. Coming up off the front of the iron. Up the court and ready to make some more magic, the Knights. Firepower on display here, and that'll be a trip to the line. Almost a 4-point play. Almost. Only counts for or in horseshoes and hand grenades, and we're playing neither of those tonight. So it's a trip to the line. Reagan Robinson showing some signs of being a potential spark plug for this team off the bench. That number 5 jersey has checked in, and 2 separate times she's gotten to work quickly with some big plays. Instincts check in. Everyone looking to rebound that second one, forgetting that we're going for 3 here. And it is a 1-for-3 trip to the line. The Knights not capitalizing on enough of their trips to the charity stripe, I'm sure, for Coach Sini's liking, but I'm sure one thing he's got to be happy with that's different from the first quarter. This team doing a much better job playing defense without fouling as, oh, Smith showed it, took it away. What a hustle move to save it. You got to make that one. Another effort. And the offense is gone cold. I say you got to make that one after a beautiful effort play to save that one. Climb into the tippy top of the ladder to get it and then throw it back all in one motion. I believe that was Austin who did that. Oh, what a job. The long arms in the passing lane. The Knights finally get the steal. Showed the ball, took it away, and the drive-through window still open. Another steal from the Knights. And the bank is friendly tonight. dishing out 2 points. Here, there, and everywhere, the Knights going on another run here to close out the quarter. 43-12 is the score now on the big board. The Knights have only surrendered 2 points in the quarter. The offense, spectacular. The defense, dominating. Three minutes and 51 seconds is all that separates these two teams from the halftime whistle. And one of these two teams is feeling like, let's get it on already. Let's move forward, as it has been a nightmare second quarter for this Fighting Owls team. Only 2 points put on the big board, though they'll have a chance for 2 more now as that foul puts them at the line. Only the third foul committed by the Knights in this quarter. Really turned around their effort defensively in a big way in this second quarter. Of course, highlighted by that massive block we saw minutes ago. They missed the second foul shot attempt, but they will get another chance at it as the rebound could not be secured by the Knights. So it's a fresh shot clock to work with for this Owls team on this inbounds play. Fixing some discrepancies on the scoreboard. Putting a couple seconds back on there. Elbow jumper for the Owls is good. And so they miss the extra one and instead have to settle for 2. 3 points that time in the offensive zone. And the Knights getting those 3 points right back with the 3 in the corner for Manula Davis. Owls drive baseline and go up the skyscraper all the way up the glass that time. And it's an 0 for 2 trip into the zone. Oh, the shimmy with the shoulder. Oh, you don't always have to do it with the ball. Sometimes you can do it with the body as well. What a take into the offensive zone. Little shoulder shake. Young Jock's going to want some he's going to want some points on that one. For my old school fans with the shoulder lean. Royalty points, that's what I was looking for. Offensive rebound. Oh, what a dish! And a finish as it goes around the world. The point guard play on display in a major way in this second quarter. We have seen some very friendly dishes. It may not be how your mama used to make it. Certainly isn't how my grandmama makes it. But the dishes being rolled out here from Coach Sini's squad, delicious and very entertaining. Racking them up. One after another. How about one more? As they effortlessly move the ball around. Knights snuck in there through the back door and got a second offensive rebound that trip into the offensive zone, but still no points. Turn and shoot. Oh, the rebound from the backside. My goodness. Scoop play. 2 points on the scoop and score that time. Under 60 to play. Final minute of the first half. Around the pick. But immediately picking up the dribble. Working into a tough spot. Knights with the steal, running in transition. Slowing it down. Coming up with the loose ball at the last second. Owls will hold for the final shot. Knights got a piece of it, but not enough, as possession stays here. 52-17 is our score right now. Just seconds away from halftime. The Owls held to 2 points for most of this second quarter. Oh, what a steal. Owls a chance for a run at the end of the quarter. And they got the 2 points. Could not get the buzzer beater, but did keep the offense for the Knights in check for a little bit. Not enough, though. 52-19 is our score on the big board, and the Knights' lead in the second quarter got a whole lot bigger. What will their lead be at the end of the third quarter? Stick around with us and find out. We're going to take a short break, and the second half is just minutes away. right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back and ready to rock and roll on the second half of this game between the CCBC Essex Knights and the Harford Community College Fighting Owls. Rivalry renewed, but indoors and on the hardwood. Two schools and two programs very familiar with one another throughout the season, no matter what sport we're playing. It's always a good game when these guys match up. Oh, Smith got the rebound and immediately gave it up to a teammate. What a pass. That was assist number 3 for Paige Smith. She had 2 in the first half, and those 2 assists went along with 13 points, 3 for 5 from downtown for number 3. And there's number 4, 4 for 6 for Smith from downtown as she puts it back in the holster after firing it off as well. My goodness. Oh, great defense on the baseline, closing out on that jump shot. A better offense as they shoot over the outstretched hand. And the travel with the good defense on the other side from the Owls. The two teams trading strong defensive possessions. The only difference, the Owls getting the stop. Can they start a little bit of a run here? 2 separate players with 13 points for the Knights coming into this second half. Paige Smith and Gigi Gamble, both with 13. And Michaela Guest and Adela Kinjani both have 11 points. So the starting 5 for the Knights, very, very involved offensively. Those 4 points, or those 4 players. Oh, what a rebound! Great offensive rebound picked up there by the Knights. A whole mess of rebounds for them in the game. 29 rebounds. But they're only out-rebounding the Owls by 8. The offensive rebounds, much different, though. They're out-rebounding them by 6. 12 offensive rebounds in the game so far for this Knights team. Oh, nice hesitation move. The floater comes up short, though. And the Knights offense has gone cold here for a moment. Of course, during the halftime break, these two teams talked a little strategy. Fans here at the Castle got some chicken sandwiches thanks to our good friends at Chick-fil-A Nottingham Square, who always cater the action here at the Castle. Little give and go from behind the line there as the Knights got it to the trailer, and then the trailer gave it right back up for the better shot. And the passing display continues to be solid from this Knights team. Passing up good shots for better shots, and a nice rebound once again from the Knights. And that's a carry. Gigi Gamble, not only 13 points in that first half, 4 steals as well. As these two teams trade steals back to back. Baseline comes off side of the rim, or side of the backboard, I should say. Frustrating play there for the Owls as they got the rebound after missing the baseline shot and worked themselves into a good offensive spot, but just couldn't secure the biscuit and get it in for a shot attempt. It's a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Cini and the Knights, so we will keep it right here. These two teams, once again, going to talk strategy. 60-21 is the score on the big board, and the Knights could potentially be flirting with back-to-back 100 games here at the Castle. I want to thank all of you guys at home for joining us on this Thursday evening. It has been an interesting week weather-wise around town, but it is warm at the Castle indoors for a whole different reason, as the Knights offense is on fire here. They took a strong performance in the first quarter and built on it. They're having a little fun at the referee's expenses. I think that one was played off his midsection. Owls held on to possession, but just for a moment. And turnover. Forces the change in possession. And nice find in the corner. Extra pass for Smith. Offensive rebound. And it's 0 for 2 in the offensive zone that time. Great effort. Couple of nice passes and then hitting the boards once again. The offensive glass, very kind to the Knights here. Triangle offense from the Owls, setting up the three in the corner. Working from the high shoulder. Up and under for 2. And that was a great job of rewarding the big, running the floor, beating everyone down the court, and getting rewarded for the 2 points. It's great effort all around. Knights close out defensively. The Owls continue to make the heads-up pass. 2 trips into the offensive zone for the Owls. Or they have not only got the points, but got them with style. The Knights came up just a little short from getting some style points of their own, as we saw the nice dish from Austin. Owls making it a run. That is 8 straight points for them. A full timeout taken on the court, so we will take one too with the two teams. 4:38 is left in this third quarter. The Owls have found a little bit of rhythm here in the third quarter. Can they build on it? Run through some of the numbers for this Knights team last season. Finished last season 27-8. Another trip back to the Final Four. The Knights finished top 5 in points, 3-pointers made per game, 3-point attempts, and total rebounds. They were top 10 in points per game and field goal attempts per game. As we see a nice dish from Smith, finding the shooter in the corner, Robinson. 8 3-pointers in the opener. Well off that mark here in game number 2, but getting some to fall down and playing a big part in the game off the bench for Coach Sini's squad. Reagan Robinson was 1 for 5 in the first half. That one has got to feel good. Robinson now has 9 points after that 3. 65-29 with 4 minutes left, and an and one opportunity for the Owls. Their offense continues to stay hot. It is 10 points for them, almost in a row. The Knights are doing a good job of answering those points, but not slowing down this Owls team right now. And they miss the foul shot, but get the 3-pointer on the other end. My goodness. The run continues for the Owls. And a turnover. 13 straight points for the Owls. Drive baseline, make it 15. And it is a 20-point game, the closest this game has been in a while. First-year head coach Marvin Evans got to love what he sees from his Owls team right now as the Knights dribble themselves into a tough spot and force up a prayer. Owls looking to continue the run. Passing it into a tough spot, and Gamble gets the steal. Smith gets the rebound, misses the attempt. Got her own miss. Third time's the charm. Nay, says the rim. It is 0 for 3 in the offensive zone that time for the Knights. And the tough run continues. The Owls, first time in a while in the offensive zone, empty-handed last time. Trying to make sure that's one and done. Turn and shoot on the baseline. Knights running in transition. Even rush right into the teeth of the defense and being sent away. Offense continues to be cold here. 2 minutes in the third quarter left. And what a change of events. And a travel. No! It's a trip to the line. Thought there was one extra step in there, but the foul happened before, says the man with the zebra stripe. So it is a trip to the charity stripe and an opportunity to continue the run for the Owls. And a big group substitution checks into the game for the Knights. 3 players coming in as Coach Sini wants to see a stop to this run sooner rather than later. Two for 2, trip to the line that time for the Owls. And a big part of this run for the Owls, they are playing defense without fouling. No team fouls committed by them in this quarter, as the Knights miss another one. Owls playing with a new sense of confidence, trying to keep their comeback hopes alive. Need to roll this run in the late stages of the third quarter right into an early run in the fourth. Dribble into the paint. Good, strong defense, but the offense stays right with it, and they get the miss and put it in. 65-39. Knights for three, and it finally comes to an end. (68-39). The Owls have watched the Knights get one. Can they keep it at one? Tremendous run to close out the final 4 minutes of the quarter. They look ready to be dead and buried, but they're very much alive and kicking right now. Offensive rebound, long pass, and the bank's open on the other side for two. Knights can hold for the final shot. Robinson for three. Oh, it touched every part but the bottom. But there's Holmes to pick up the teammate. 70-41. Now the Owls can look for the buzzer beater. And it is off the rim and no good, but the Owls came alive in the final 4 minutes and at least gave us an opportunity to think, can they come back? Well, they certainly can. They just need a perfect 10 minutes. Are the Knights going to give them a chance to have that perfect 10 minutes? Aren't you glad you stuck around with us to watch the second half? We got a good one brewing here in a rivalry matchup between the Owls and the Knights. Two different Knights players with 20 points already here in this one. Gigi Gamble and Paige Smith with 21 apiece, and they're both 7 for 12 from downtown. The Knights didn't start the quarter here in the fourth the way they wanted to. The Owls went on a run that emboldened them just a little bit. Do they hang around in the fourth? As that was a right idea. That pass winged right by the defender's ear, but I don't think the offensive player was expecting it to get there as quickly as it did. Right idea, wrong execution. That is certainly one they'll be working on later in practice, I'm sure. Early season jitters maybe rearing their ugly head, as this Knights team had this game in the bag, and now the Owls are making everyone question. What a run towards the baseline, and an invite to the block party sent out by the Owls. My goodness, chasing over towards the baseline, two blue jerseys stuffing it away. And the substitution package checking into the game for the Knights. Coach Sini trying to figure out the right package the right combination of players to put a stop to this Owls run. Our fans, through most of the second quarter, this Owls team was held to just 2 points scored in the quarter as another big block sent out by the Owls. Smith trying to put a stop to the run, and the Knights continue to hit the glass hard. The offensive rebounding on display. Michaela Guest with the rebound and 2 points. What a move in transition from Davis. Left the defender reaching for air. Gamble gets the mitts on it, trying to run in transition, and that will be a foul. Working right into the teeth of the defense. Had the defender right there on the hip pocket. Did not shy away from the contact. Earning the trip to the line. Even through most of this run for the Owls, the game has not really gotten that close. So you've certainly had to ask yourself, could they do it? But the Knights still very much in firm control when you look up there at the big board, 75-44. The more concerning thing, I'm sure, is just the turn of events. How quickly things rolled the other way and how they have not been able to grab the momentum and switch it in the other direction. As we see a shacked and a full moment from the Knights on the failed spin attempt. Owls into the painted area and earning the trip to the line. Davis disses it out for Smith, and Smith. That one's got to feel good after a cold start to the quarter for a player that had been nothing but buckets through most of this game. Smith gets a hand on the cookie jar, but could not save it. Slapped it away like we were playing volleyball. Got half the job done, kept it from getting to its target. And Smith again, a hand on the cookie. And this place was ready to explode, and they'll still come up out of their seats after that one. Little hair flip and a flex as the offensive rebounding skills still on display from Guest. And it's amazing when you look at the scorecard, Michaela Guest, only one offensive rebound through the first 3 quarters. It seems like number 13 is really picking those numbers up in the fourth. At least 3 or 4 times she's pulled one down after a miss in the fourth quarter. 80-46 is our score on the big board, and things starting to turn around just a little bit for this Knights team as they're showing some signs of the game that we saw in the first half and most of the third quarter. Off the front of the iron, could not get the friendly roll though. Boys and girls at home, that's why you put that extra spin on the ball. And one opportunity as it's going to the line. Speaking of flexing, you gotta flex after that one. Hanging up amongst the trees and taking a few hits from a couple branches. Davis will go to the line and try and get the 3 points the old-fashioned way. And as the merry-go-round comes back around for this Knights team, as they start to come alive once again, you got to give your flowers to this Owls team going on the run that they did in the late stages of the third quarter. And breathing a little doubt, or bringing a little doubt, I should say, into the minds of this Knights team. The timeout taken on the court, just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Great opportunity for me to thank all of you at home for joining us once again on this Thursday evening. What a evening of basketball it has been. A little bit of everything here in this rivalry renewed matchup. The history, basketball-wise, for this matchup is very one-sided, though. The Knights really owning everything since basketball has come back here to the Castle. The Knights currently 4-0 against the Owls under Coach Cini, the closest being back in 2019, a 67-63 matchup. Last year's matchup was a 121-60 beatdown. We're well away from that mark here, but the Knights still possibly flirting with 100 points, which would be back-to-back games with a hundo to start the season. It's a 2-game road trip for this Knights team. After this, possibly 3-game road trip. Indeed, it's actually well more than a 3-game road trip. It's going to be quite some time away from the friendly confines for Coach Cini's team. Next time you'll actually be able to catch the Knights live in action is going to be at the end of this month, Tuesday, November 6th, or 26th, I should say. That's going to be the next time you'll be able to come check out a game live here at the Castle. It is going to be a long time on the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games on the road for Coach Cini's squad. An early test for them as Coach Cini. Haven't had a chance to talk to him yet this season, but I know at the start of the year, I'm sure the goal was very clear. Run through the regular season and earn a trip back to the tournament and try and make it another trip to the Final Four. If you can make it to the Final Four, well, guess what? You can make it to the big dance and you can win the big dance. The Final Fours are the standard for Coach Cini's squad. I believe the only time they haven't made it to the Final Four is the COVID-shortened season. And, of course, 2 years ago, national champion winners. As the Owls get the 3 in the corner. Final 5 minutes of play here. Oh, what a pass! And the bank still open for 2. One thing I've been a little surprised with is seeing Coach Cini go away from the press here in the fourth quarter. Really wants to see his team figure it out defensively in the half court. And they've done a much better job over the last 2-3 minutes. Playing defense without fouling and also getting some stops. Crossover move with the pull-up afterwards. And she says it's easy work. Knights now 12 points away from a hundo. And the bank's open on the other side. I think somebody was caught out of position there defensively. As that drive to the lane a little too easy. Another step back on the pull-up. Oh! I don't know if she called glass, but she's certainly going to say she did. Owls drive baseline, have to kick it back out. What a pass! And once again, the defense for the Knights caught out of position. Coming up an inch short on the layup attempt. The seas parted there for a moment. Maybe it was too much space. Good double pick around both of them, driving to the baseline. What a block! Got it back and could not get it on the second attempt. The Knights send out a late invite to the block party. And you gotta love the effort on both sides here in the closing minutes. Both teams still going after it and fighting as if this game is not already decided. And there was a meeting of the minds at the rim. The Owls getting the better of it. Antonique Austin, sophomore from Morton College, has really showed off the work that she put in on her game in the offseason. Couple of nice moves in the fourth quarter and also really flexing the strength down low. Number 25 maybe could be the spark plug off the bench that Coach Cini's looking for. You know somebody is going to emerge as the top six man off the bench. Who's it going to be? There are plenty of minutes to go around for this team. If you're not in the starting five, don't cry over spilled milk. You're going to get your chance. And it's going to come early and often. Owls splitting the defense and finishing through the contact. Three-pointer from the Knights and nothing all the way around. Nothing on the shot attempt and nothing on the save attempt. Knights need 7 points to get to a hundo. They've got 2 minutes to do it. Can they do it? Owls happy to slow this game down a bit. Again, working around the double pick, trying to go for the advantage down low, and there was no advantage this time. Timeout on the floor. That was a heads-up timeout as that one was headed towards a turnover. 99 seconds is all that separates these two teams from the final whistle. .20 seconds on the shot clock for the Owls after the inbounds play. They are setting something up in the half court offensively. Driving baseline right into the teeth of the defense, and a good, strong defensive effort that time in the half court. Great pass in transition, but the defense was running with the offense and was able to make it a little difficult. Little crossover move. It does not look like the Knights will get to 100 points for the second time this season. So it won't be back-to-back games crossing triple digits, or at least doesn't look like that. It could change, as the Knights wanted the foul call. The Owls want the invite to the block party sent out. Somebody got a piece of it, and I think that one will make it for sure that the Knights will not get to 100 points here today. Still a strong effort offensively. 93-58 will be our final score in this one, unless the Owls can get that one. And nay. Indeed, it will be a 93-58 final score in this one. The Knights will move to 2-0, and they are currently 5-0 over this Owls team, a rivalry that is one-sided when we get inside and onto the hardwood. A tremendous start to the season for Coach Sini's squad. 2 straight victories, a long road trip in store for them. 7 straight games away from the Castle, but they'll be back on the 26th of this month. I hope to see you then, because I'll be here. Will you be? Until next time, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.